when we are focusing on our goals, when we are focusing on our manifestations, when we are focusing on our desires, when we are calling in our innate abundant AF frequencies, tapping into our abundance, when we are doing that, a lot of the times we can be so focused on the future, okay? When we are focused on the future, so if right now you were to think about, okay, I am calling in abundance for myself. I have a specific money goal. I have a specific goal. It has to do with my energy around abundance. It has to do with the money that I'm calling in, whatever it is for you that feels so aligned for you in your mind, body, and soul. Notice if you are projecting yourself out into the future. Because when we do that, when we become so focused on the future, is when we tap into those feelings of, is it going to happen? Is it coming my way? Why is it not here yet? What's happening? I don't know. And when we are not allowing ourselves to be present in the here and now, when we are so focused on the future, is when we start to come into that frequency of, I'm feeling dysregulated, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling not enough, I'm feeling like I'm doubting myself, I feel like an imposter, I feel like, how is this possible? I don't know. All these feelings that come our way, right? And so what I invite you to is, we're not even going to worry about the future. We're not going to worry about the future, because when we allow ourselves to travel into the future and we come into that dysregulated state, when we go back to our old habits and patterns and subconscious programming of not believing in ourselves, of not believing in our inherent worth and abundance, right? When we do that, we come into that very anxious state, and then we pull that anxiety, we pull all those feelings, those emotions into the present moment, into the here and now. And so when you are goal setting, when you are creating your manifestations, I want you to think about, when I do that, am I projecting into the future, or am I traveling or time hopping, whatever, into the future? Am I then attaching all those meanings, those feelings, those emotions, and pulling them back into the here and now? Am I feeling dysregulated in the here and now? Am I feeling ungrounded? Am I feeling out of alignment? Am I feeling not enough? Maybe. And if you are, the way to stop that, the way to solve that, is to know that the only frequency that you can control, your energetic frequency that you can control, is right effing now, in the here and now. You can't control your energetic frequency 5 minutes from now. You can't control your energetic frequency that happened last year, right? And when we do that, when we like time hop and travel into the future, is when we come out of this, we feel out of control. We feel out of control. And if you've ever felt out of control, it's because you're living in the future, right? You're worrying about the future. So to allow yourself to anchor into this energetic frequency, into the here and now, to ground yourself, to come in alignment with you, with your energy, with your energetic blueprint, with your soul, the only thing that you can control is the here and now, is how you are feeling and the frequency that you are operating out of in the here and now. And this is such a huge validation, mindset shift, and energetic frequency that you get to anchor into, where it might be like, oh my God, yeah, I've been calling in abundance for so many years. Why the fuck am I not abundant right now? I don't understand. I see so many other people, you know, being successful, being abundant, calling in wealth and money. Why isn't it happening for me? Have you been so focused on the future, where we entered into that dysregulated state and then pulled all of those frequencies into the here and now? Because remember, your next level is an amplification of where you currently are. So now you get to trust that the future is taken care of. Trust that you are so supported by the universe, and know that the future isn't up to you. The how, the when is not up to you. What you can control is how you get to feel and energetically emit your frequency out into the world in the here and now, in the here and now. And that is what you get to focus on, right? When you can focus on how you are feeling in the here and now, how you want to emit your frequency, your aura in the here and now, when you make that your daily practice, your focus, that feeling that you're calling in, which we'll get to in a second, that feeling, those feelings are then amplified into your next level. You want to feel abundant AF next month, next year? Let's fucking feel it now, right? You get to feel it now. And so weaving into this is like so exciting. Your only job is to feel good. That's your only job. That's your main focus. When this becomes your main focus, this is when you increase your magnetism, right? And remember I said before, magnetism is that energetic frequency. It's like the key. I don't even know how this will come my way soon, but I like to think of magnetism as like the partner in crime or like the soulmate lover to abundance, to the frequency of abundance. And so you get to increase your magnetism. It all starts with you. You want abundance, right? Then you get to increase your magnetism in the here and effing now. And so to increase your magnetism, let's first go into why you may not be feeling magnetic, why you may be feeling a little like dim, low, lack, struggle, scarcity, right? Because magnetism is like, here I effing am. Magnetism is like Beyonce energy. Magnetism is, I mean, honestly, maybe you came into my aura, into my energy because you're like, this girl is effing magnetic. That to me is living unapologetic and choosing to feel good. I allow myself to be magnetic by focusing on my frequency. And when you focus on your frequency, you project that frequency out into the world. That frequency that you project is your magnetism, right? It's your magnetism. And if you can think of yourself as like, ooh, I am the magnet to the abundance that is here, that I'm calling in. When you see that you are the magnet, when you anchor into that, it's like, when you think of an actual magnet, it literally attracts other magnets, other very aligned energies. And so when you are magnetic is when you are going to attract the money, the abundance, the success, the clients, the wealth, the sales, whatever it is that you're doing with your life, whatever it is that you're calling in for yourself, it comes into your life with ease because you are fucking magnetic. Right? And so magnetism is, like I said before, it is the vibe of this academy. It is the foundation to this academy. And so in our live sessions, we're going to go so much deeper into the energetics behind magnetism. I just wanted to include this in the pre-work to really introduce it to you and to start to lay the foundation so we can build upon before we dive into the live sessions and go deeper. So I want to ask you, what rules have you been placing around money and abundance? What rules have you been placing around money and abundance? And so an example is, in order for me to be happy, I need to make a certain amount of money. In order for me to feel really abundant AF, I need to have this much money in my bank account. I need to hit this many sales at work. I need to have this many clients coming into my container. What rules have you been placing around money and abundance? Let yourself get super honest with yourself. What rules have you been placing around money and abundance? And of course, we'll go deeper into this in the live sessions, because I want to share with you, when you are placing rules around your abundance, you are making you work for abundance instead of abundance working for you, right? So what we can do is we can detach from these rules, and you can start to see it's not about the money and it's not about the abundance. It never was. It never was. Money and abundance is a side effect of your magnetism. It's a side effect of your magnetism. And so again, like I said in the beginning, we had these beliefs and energetics reversed. Our focus was solely on abundance. My focus was solely on money, right? And when my focus was on money, it felt so effing hard. It felt so challenging. It felt very pressure and force. Where is the money? Where is the abundance? It's not about the money. It's not about the abundance. It never, ever was. Money and abundance is the side effect of your magnetism. So this is where you get to focus on you. You get to focus on your magnetism. When you are so anchored into your magnetic energy of I see myself, I value myself, I love myself, when you focus on giving yourself internal validation, we enter out of this frequency of seeking, searching, waiting for external validation for others. We take ourselves out of this frequency of seeking, searching, waiting for money and abundance to come into our lives. Right? Because we made that mean something about it. We put our power outside of us. It was never about the money. It was never about the abundance. It's all about your magnetism, your frequency. And notice if you have been in that frequency of seeking, searching, waiting. Have you been in that frequency? Because if so, those are energetic leaks. Those are us energetically leaking, giving our power away. This is your invitation to come back into you and into your internal validation. I see myself. I value myself. I love myself. When you can anchor into those truths is when your magnetism, your aura expands. When your aura expands, you are literally unlocking the door to abundance, to money, to your manifestations, right? And when you can picture it that way and see it that way, it's like, this is actually so easy. This is so simple. I made it hard for myself. I made it hard for myself because I put my focus, attention, awareness, and energy outside of myself. I put all of the focus on money. Where's the effing money? I put all of my focus on abundance. Why am I not abundant yet? Where's the effing abundance? Right? I was constantly seeking, searching, waiting. When we do that, you know that where you are right now, that level is amplified in your next level. So it's almost like this perpetual state, this perpetual cycle of seeking, searching, waiting. Where's the money? Where's the abundance? Where's the wealth? Why is it not here yet? When you can see that it all starts with you, your job is to no longer focus on those external factors, right? We're not going to focus on that. Your job is to focus on feeling effing good. When you feel good is when you have this energy, this energetic foundation. Your magnetism increases, your aura literally expands. The money, the abundance, the clients, the wealth, the sales, the relationships, the love, the communication, the creativity, the abundance of whatever it is. Remember, abundance is not just about money. Abundance is in all forms, the time, the freedom, ease. It enters into your life so effing easily that you'll be like, is this for freaking real? Oh my God, I cannot believe that this simple switch just unlocked the door to everything that I have been seeking, searching, waiting for years and years and years. We no longer have to say that anymore. We're no longer seeking, we're no longer searching, we're no longer waiting, right? You get to move away from that frequency, to cut the ties to that, right? To basically unlock yourself, to free yourself, to open yourself up to become this portal of receiving. Oh, that feels so good to think of yourself, your soul, your energetic body, your frequency, your aura as a portal of receiving. How fucking magnetic and magical is that? And that shift, that visual, that feeling is what you get to focus on. That's your number one priority right now, right? And when you do that, it's like, oh my God, there's so much abundance in my life. It was already here. I was just choosing not to see it. I was putting blinders up because I was focusing on the lack, the scarcity, what wasn't working, what wasn't here yet. It was always here, right? I've said before, I don't know how many times, your abundance is innately within you. You were born with so much abundance. And I had this visual that came through when I was thinking about recording this today. I had this visual. Visuals come through for me when I'm either in the bath, driving, or on the toilet. Those are my portals. So this visual came through of when you are a baby, right? Like, you have so many cells. You have an abundance of cells. You have an abundance of, there's just so much magic working to make you. You are overwhelmed with abundance as a unborn baby in the womb. And when you can see it that way, it's like, oh my God, I'm so magical. I am a miracle. I am a blessing. I am a gift. I've always been abundant. Abundance has started with me. It's literally within me. It's within my cells. It's within my blood. It's within my soul. It's within my aura. It's always, always been here. I now get to choose to see it. I now get to choose to see it, right? I get to choose to feel it within me, within my energetic foundation. I'm not going to look outside of me. I'm not going to look at my external circumstances to tell me if I am abundant or not, to tell me if I am successful or not. I am inevitably successful. I am inherently abundant AF. When you tap into that is when your magnetism increases, your aura expands, you literally unlock the doors, you become a portal to receiving. Oh, that feels so good. So let yourself feel into that.